Tata Motors has an expansive pavilion at the 2020 Auto Expo. They include passenger cars and commercial vehicles. And well, joining me today is of course Girish Wagh, who is the head of commercial vehicles business at Tata Motors. Sir, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure. Good morning, Samir.
Good morning, sir. Firstly, let's begin with the Tata Motors pavilion here. A very interesting lineup of commercial vehicles that you have here. And behind me is of course the new Prima. So let's just start with that, and why don't you tell us what's new about the Prima?
Right. So, as you said, I think we have 14 exhibits here, and these include 2 electric vehicles, electric bus 12 meter, as well as ultra truck for city distribution. And in 12 IC engine vehicles, we have all the new BS6 range, in which Prima is the highlight. So, Prima was launched more than a decade back, and now we are coming up with completely new Prima. So, a quick update on what we are doing in BS6. So, when we started planning for BS6 almost 3 years back, it was quite evident that there's going to be cost increase for the customer. So, we didn't look at entire transition as only regulatory compliance, but we conceptualized in a manner that we actually deliver value to the customer so that they get payback for this increased price, right? So therefore you will see that all the BS6 range from Tata Motors commercial vehicles are going to have significant value increase in terms of either improvement in operating economics or increased revenue potential. Right. In addition to that, we are also bringing in a lot of comfort and convenience features. So if you see the Prima, apart from a completely new, bold exterior, which is in line with our premium tough design philosophy, the entire interior is new, which gives a very different level of comfort and convenience in commercial vehicles. This Prima also comes with the Cummins 6.7 liter engine, which is the largest selling engine in 6-cylinder engines and above globally. So I think that's the new Prima, and it's the entire range which will get transitioned into BS6.
You know, interesting that you mentioned BS6 because it's such a turning point for the auto industry in general, and especially commercial vehicles. The medium and heavy vehicle segment haven't been doing too well, and now that we are at the brink of the transition, so how do you see that change happening, and how ready is Tata Motors to make that change or adapt to that change once April 2020 kicks in?
Right. So, in terms of readiness for BS6, there are 3-4 verticals, if I may say so. So the first thing is how do we unwind the BS4, and we started working on that right from Q2 of this financial year. So you would have noticed that our retail has been more than the wholesale, and wholesale has been more than production month over month.
Right.
With this, we have unwound most of the stock, and now we are ready to start BS6 production and fill in with BS6 stock. That is one. Second is in terms of development, I think BS6 is quite on track, and we have most of our vehicles also certified by ARAI and in trial production now. In terms of field readiness, most of our channel manpower as well as mechanics are getting trained now, and they'll be ready as we start sale of the BS6 vehicle. So I think overall the state of preparedness is on track.
You know, in terms of market slowdown, 2019 wasn't an exceptionally good year. Well, a lot of pre-buying was expected right now. So do you see that happening with the BS4 stocks in terms of depletion and in terms of clearing out your BS4 inventory?
You're right. So we did expect good pre-buy to happen this financial year. But I think towards the second half of previous financial year, we actually came off a good high.
Right.
And then the slowdown kind of started, and it was a mix of both cyclical factors. I mean, commercial vehicle industry is cyclical, but this time it was also combined with a lot of non-cyclical factors, right? And these two factors put together, I think we did see a severe kind of slowdown. And as a result, most of the pre-buy calculations probably have not turned out the way we expected. But if you see within pre-buy, we do see a movement happening from large and medium fleet owners.
Right.
So they are essentially coming forward because they see tremendous value in replacing their old BS2 and BS3 trucks with the existing BS4 ones, because there is a significant operating economics benefit. So that's the movement that we see, and that's the kind of pre-buy that we are trying to satisfy right now.
There has always also been the talk in the industry about the scrappage policy coming in. It's something that majorly affects the commercial vehicle space. There has been no concrete decision as yet, but we've obviously heard a lot of things from the government, from manufacturers. So where is Tata Motors on that? And how much are you waiting for that to kick in? To see any respite or any kind of a help in that sense for the commercial vehicle space.
So I think on the scrappage policy, as the time has progressed, there have been decisions being taken. Some of the next steps, in my view, are we need to define the end of life criteria.
Right.
Just the age of the vehicle on road may not be the only criteria. So we need to define comprehensive criteria for that, and I think the government is working with SIAM on that front. The second thing is about what kind of incentivization we are going to provide to the customers to scrap the old vehicles and then get into new vehicles, because that will be helpful in terms of the pollutants emitted in the air by commercial vehicles. And in my view, third thing which is important is going to be what kind of structured and systematic facilities do we have for scrappage.
Yeah.
So these are the three areas where different constituents are working, and gradually things are falling in place. If you ask me, a scrappage policy coming in place when BS6 kicks in will certainly help the industry. I mean, there are some examples of advanced markets where such a support was given for initial some time when the BS6 price increase has happened.
Yeah. Now moving forward, I mean, the space here, even at the Tata Pavilion, is also about electric mobility. That's also the larger theme, at least on that side of the pavilion. We see the passenger cars, we've seen the Marco Polo bus as well. What about the trucks, and on that side of things, when do we see electrification happening, and how do you see that market growing going forward?
Samir, please allow me to give a bit of a longish answer. So on electrification, let me spend a few minutes first on the passenger transportation side. So, the government initiated the electrification of passenger mass mobility first, which was the buses.
Yeah.
And it started with the FAME Phase 1, right? And we were quite committed to participate in it and support it. And therefore, we participated in FAME Phase 1. We won more than 50% of the orders. And we have till now supplied 215 buses, which was our share in FAME Phase 1. And the good thing is all these buses are running very well. So it was not only about supplying buses, but also enabling the creation of setup for charging, maintenance, and all the support, which has ensured that these buses are now currently running at an uptime of more than 95%.
Right.
Also, these buses in 5 cities cumulatively have covered more than 2.5 million kilometers. So we are quite happy. We have very rich experience, and we are also actively participating in FAME Phase 2. So as an Indian OEM, we are fully committed to government's electrification drive for mass mobility, and I think we are also winning some tenders in FAME Phase 2. So that's about the passenger transportation side. The question was specifically on goods transportation,
yes.
right? So I think in terms of viability, passenger transportation is making sense today because of the government incentivization support. The next area where one sees some kind of interest is actually last mile distribution.
Right.
And there are few MNC e-commerce players who have been discussing with us about their requirement for a last mile distribution truck. So what we have unveiled yesterday in Auto Expo is a ultra light truck which can actually serve this purpose. And we have leveraged the learnings that we had in terms of electrical architecture from the buses and deployed those learnings in the ultra truck.
Right.
And as we start getting confirmed orders, we'll be in a place to actually convert this into reality and actually supply the electric trucks as well.
Is there a timeline for that you need to match?
Not a specific timeline, but I think due to the learnings on electric architecture, both in buses and cars, I think we have a good understanding now. And once we have firm orders, we'll be able to move very fast.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Girish sir, for your time. And we really hope to catch you soon again at the Expo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.